Well, first off, I want to say how much respect I have, for Pop and the Spurs and their entire organization. Obviously, there's a lot of history with with a lot of people here in OKC and San Antonio, and just what they've been able to accomplish and what they've done and the kind of season they have. I have the utmost respect all the way around for them. I thought in the first half we played really, really well. I had a feeling coming out of halftime that they would try to go a little bit smaller. They moved Leonard to the 4, and I tried to stay big during that time. We kind of got through it, and then I thought to start the fourth, we kind of lost our way a little bit offensively, got a little stagnant, and I knew at some point they were going to make a run. They got too much character, and they're too good of a team, and but our guys weathered it, and we got through it, and we found a way to close the game out. So. Excited for all of our players. Those guys have done a tremendous job, and they've worked really, really hard, getting prepared and ready to play each game. And, just happy that, we get a chance to advance and continue to play.
Coach Michael Kenny, can you just talk about the pressure that your team put on San Antonio in that first half, not just on the offensive side, but defense that seemed to really be active and have their feet moving?
I really felt like that was the whole key for us in the first half. While we had such a lead, we did a great job defensively. There was nothing easy for them. They've got guys like Leonard and Aldridge that can really make tough shots, and they made some. But I thought overall our defense in the first half was terrific. We got spread out a little bit. It's probably more my fault because I was really concerned about the three-point line when they went small. I didn't want to, pull too far in and give up threes, but it probably left Aldridge, Duncan rolling to the rim a little bit. But overall, I thought our defense, we did a really, really good job. I mean, they're a hard team to guard. They're unselfish. They play the right way. They pass it. They share it. But I thought defensively in that first half, we guarded really, really well.
Hey, Billy, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. I know you said that going game to game sort of is its own entity, but coming out of this series, a six-game win for a six-game series for your team, just the momentum that you carry forward. How do you feel right now about where the team is? And, I mean, fans are energized. Everybody's just so – the momentum seems to all be going forward right now.
Yeah, I think I said this to you the other day. I'm anxious to watch the film, just from the standpoint of, things we did well, in that first half, things we needed to improve on. And, really the second half, they made a great run. And I told our guys at halftime they're going to make a run. It's not going to just go like that. And we exerted a lot of energy. And I give Parker a lot of credit. I know he didn't come back in the game, but I thought Tony Parker gave incredible energy to try to help those guys get back in to start the third. He was picking up full court. He was pressing full court. I just think it's just continue. The one thing that's happened for our team, which has been good, is Dallas, San Antonio. These games have helped us get better. We've improved. We've gotten better. I think there's an opportunity to continue to grow, for our team. I was just, going through the first few games, certainly coming out of that first game, losing the way we did. I give our guys a lot of credit for how they paid attention and locked in and tried to continually get better and improve game to game.
Billy, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma. And part of that transformation, it seems like, since game one, you've played more like the Spurs. They played more like the Thunder historically. A lot of ISO ball with them. You got a lot of help from a lot of different guys. Your defense picked up. Can you talk about how the perception of the way the Thunder plays was not the reality?
Yeah, well, you know what, Barry? I really felt like this going into the game tonight. I felt like they were going to really send a lot of people at Russell and Kevin. And I felt like we needed to move the ball, share the ball, and play unselfishly. I thought Andre Robertson's threes in the first half really helped us. Kevin, I thought, had some really, really good looks, and he took really good shots. Russell was very, very selective in his shooting and really shared the ball and got other guys involved. And I thought we were really well balanced in that first half offensively, and because they're sending a lot of people at Russell and Kevin, and rightfully so, but it opens up other things. And I've said this all along about Russell and Kevin. They're not only great players, they're willing passers. And those guys did a great job in that first half passing and sharing the basketball. And we got into some situations on some 1-4 flat with Kevin up top, and he was finding people and creating shots and generating offense. And I thought Russell did the same thing for our team.
Coach Jeremy Griffin, InsideThunder.com. You touched on it just a second ago with Andre Robertson's threes, but his play tonight was, from my vantage point, outstanding. And it's kind of the whole package tonight. The defense seemed to just get at a next level from blocks from Serge and Steven Adams the whole series. Can you talk a little bit about that defense and how that transition happened?
Well, I thought Andre played very, very well. You know, he got some open threes. He shot the ball very well. Those threes helped us. They generated some offense, some points. They were corner threes. I thought Serge's block when they made a run was a big block. You know, I really wanted to stay big in the second half. You know, I think that our size, you know, has been really a factor for us. It's really helped us. But, you know, like I said, you know, this was a game where Serge closed tonight. You know, they made a run at us and Serge closed, and Serge did a great job. You know, the one thing about Serge is his versatility. You know, he can do a lot of different things. So if they're playing small, you can switch for Serge. I thought he played very, very well tonight. He had rim protection. But Andre really contributed, I thought, and played at a very, very high level on both the offensive end of the floor and the defensive end of the floor. And I was happy for him because everybody kind of looks at him as being this defensive stopper. It was good to see him make a few shots and help us on the offensive end.
Yeah, Cliff Brown, Associated Press. Your thoughts on the upcoming series against Golden State? I mean, this is a team that you had some issues against during the season, but you're playing better now.
You just finished about 15 minutes ago. I got to go on that right now. Listen, we're playing two teams that have played at a historically very, very high level. And I know at the end of the regular season, if you look at the Spurs and Golden State, you know, they both of them, what they've done in terms of their numbers have been incredible. You know, Golden State's a great team. It will be a great challenge. We got a little bit of time to try to get prepared before we play. But I think right now, for us, is just to enjoy the opportunity to move on, get a chance to continue to play, and try to get as prepared as we can going into Game 1.
Last one.
Hi, Billy. Tyler Palmet's here with the Lawton Constitution. A lot of San Antonio's strengths were in its experience, its veterans. How did your guys' youthfulness, your energy, play a factor in this series?
You know, I thought our guys played hard. Their guys played really, really hard. You know, again, I don't know necessarily maybe what the difference was or not. I thought we did a really good job defensively in the series, you know, because they're really, really hard to guard. They're unselfish. They're smart. They're very, very savvy. They play the right way. They're a hard team to guard, you know, and I think if you look at the other side of it, they may have been this year much, much better defensively because their numbers defensively are like historically the best there's been in the last 10 years. So there's a lot of things that go into that. And I think the first thing for us is we may not have the level of experience that they have, but we really had to play with some energy, some enthusiasm, some passion and excitement. And I think if it got into a situation where we were just going to try to out-execute them, out-savviness them, you know, we like to your point, we didn't have the years of experience that some of these guys had. We needed to do it like by just playing with a great motor, a great energy,